Can you pass the Christmas test? This just a question's going to be fun. Can you pass the Christmas test? Christmas test? That's right. This is about the simple facts of the Bible's Christmas story. The Bible story, not the one from Christmas cards, not the one from Christmas carols. Actually, the test has two parts, and it's not about Santa. This will actually show you how the Christmas story you imagine matches up with the specific details of the Bible's Christmas story. So, here's the first part. I'm going to give you 8 sentences, just 8 sentences, and all you need to do is count how many of them match up with the story in the Bible. Trust me, this isn't tricky or subtle. All you have to do is count how many sentences describe parts of the actual Christmas story. How many match up? Here we go. I'm starting out with an easy one. The carpenter Joseph took Mary from Nazareth to Bethlehem on a donkey. Here it is again. Simple sentence. The carpenter Joseph took Mary from Nazareth to Bethlehem on a donkey. If you believe that's part of the actual Bible's Christmas story, you count that as one. Here's the second sentence. They traveled to Bethlehem over one starry night. They went to Bethlehem over one starry night. True? Then score another one. This should be an easy one, too. The Bethlehem innkeeper told them that there was no room in the inn. No room in the inn. Fourth sentence, keep counting. Joseph and Mary spent Christmas Eve in either a stable or a cave. Either a stable or a cave. Next sentence, the shepherds saw the Christmas star. They saw the Christmas star. Next sentence, the sixth one, if they're all right so far, you're up to 5, but here's the sixth sentence. 3 wise men followed the star to Bethlehem. Next sentence, at the manger, the wise men gave their gifts to Jesus. And the final sentence, a manger is a stable or cave used for animals. That's it. I bet those were easier than you thought they'd be. That's 8 commonly believed Christmas story statements. How did you do? How many did you identify as specifics consistent with the Bible? Did you get a score of 8? 7? 6? 5? You know what? The lower your number, the better you did. The accurate number is 0. None of these specific statements can be supported by the Bible. That's right. None can be supported by the Bible. If you scored 0, you passed the first part of the Christmas test with flying colors. Congratulations. So let me walk you through some of the real Christmas facts with 9 multiple choice questions. That's the second part of the test. Just 9 multiple choice questions. And this should help, and I'll give you the answers. Here's the first one. Joseph took Mary to Bethlehem on or in one of the following 5 choices. Joseph took Mary to Bethlehem on or in one of these 5. Just pick one. Wagon, donkey, camel, Ford F-150, well, he was a carpenter, or we don't know. Wagon, donkey, camel, Ford F-150, or we don't know. I bet you answered donkey. But you know, the correct answer is we don't know. The Bible doesn't say. Second multiple choice. Did Joseph and Mary make the trip from Nazareth to Bethlehem over one starry night? Now, you've only got 2 choices on this multiple choice one. Did they travel over one starry night? First answer is yes. I've seen that picture on a Christmas card. Or the second choice is no. The correct answer is no. The trip was probably 90 miles or more, and at a max of 20 miles per day, it would have taken at least 5 days. Their route would have been south along the flatlands of the Jordan River, then west over the hills surrounding Jerusalem, and then on to Bethlehem. They would have traveled in the daytime. Travel at night, even a starry night, would have been slow and too dangerous for a ready-to-give-birth pregnant woman. Okay, next multiple choice. What did the innkeeper say to Mary and Joseph? What did he say to Mary and Joseph? Here's your first choice. There's no room in the inn. Second thing, we kept the light on for you. Third choice, what? No reservations? Fourth choice, didn't you see the no vacancy sign? Or he had no lines. There was no innkeeper. There was no inn. Correct answer is no lines, no innkeeper, no inn. In a village that size, the so-called inn was no more than someone's guest room. The Greek word used in Luke 2, in that Christmas story in the Bible, is better translated guest room. There is a New Testament Greek word for a commercial inn. It was used in the Good Samaritan story, but not in Luke 2. The word used in Luke 2 is the same word used for the upper room, the guest chamber, where Jesus hosted the Last Supper. You see, Bethlehem was a very small, out-of-the-way village and not on any significant route. They wouldn't have had an inn. Okay, here's the fourth multiple choice question. Mary and Joseph spent Christmas Eve in a cave, stable, Airbnb, tent, or we don't know. The correct answer is we don't know. Now, it's logical that there was a stable, probably attached to a house. That house undoubtedly just had no available guest room. How many shepherds saw the Christmas star? How many shepherds saw the star? 0? 2? 3? More than 3? Or we don't know? I bet at this point you answered, we don't know. But actually, we do know. The correct answer is 0. The angels told the shepherds where the baby Jesus was. They weren't led there by the Christmas star. Now here's one that I think everybody will answer the same way. How many wise men followed the star to Bethlehem? 0? 3? 4, because one map-challenged wise man didn't get there until the crucifixion. Or D, we don't know. The correct answer is actually, we don't know how many wise men were there. The Bible doesn't say. 3 types of gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, doesn't mean 3 gift givers. How many wise men were at the manger? 0, 3, more than 3, or we don't know. Actually, we do know. The correct answer is 0. The wise men weren't at the manger. They visited Jesus in a house. That's documented in Matthew 2:11. They got there when Jesus was in a house, not in a manger. And finally, what is a manger? Here are the choices. Stable, cave, French B&B, manger, get it? French B&B, or a feeding trough. The actual correct answer is a manger is a feeding trough. And that's very significant. You see, Jesus, the bread of life, had a feeding trough as his first crib. I've done this just a question for some holiday fun, but also to show you that we ought to look at what the Bible actually says. We shouldn't let the world's additions or traditions add to the real Christmas story or to any part of the Bible. And when it comes to the Christmas story, we should stay focused on the big picture. Jesus, eternally God, became flesh and dwelt among us. He became the physical representation of the glory, the grace, and the truth of God. Jesus, with undiminished deity, became fully man so that we, because of his life and his death, could know and be with God forever. He was born to die so that we might live. That's the real Christmas story. Have some fun with this video. Share it on your social media. or let your friends know by text or email. And you can always find it in justaquestion.org's library of videos. So watch it sometime during the holidays, watch it again, show it to someone who's staying in your Christmas guest room. I'm John Morris. I'll see you on the next Just a Question.